baru. Yang baru keluar actually 25 I think. Biomutant. Lagipun game ni ada beli dekat Epic Game and ada kupon lah tu. So Biomutant, let's go. Serba sedikit trailer pasal game ni. So, game ni.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long?
Baru nak cakap.
End is coming to the
game ni dah cakap dah.
The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Okay. So, sebelum jalan lebih jauh, game ni beli dekat Epic Game. And Epic Game ada bagi kupon tu tau. So, harga game ni asal actually 120. So, bila guna kupon Epic Game tu, tolak dalam berapa persen, tolak jadi 80. Sebab tu fikir teringin nak main ala-ala PKP ni. So why not? So ini lagi
Welcome to Biomutant.
Okay, tak buang masa, let's go. Medium, easy, hard. Medium lah. Karakter dia comel. Game developer.
Encode your DNA.
Okay. So dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spesies. Pelik sangat link dia. Tapi the first one lah nampak menarik. So kita maintain the first one. Ada detail ke? Ini pasal stat detail. Okay. Faham. So kita pakai yang sama je. Okay,
define
next.
your genetic structure.
Okay. Ni nampak pendek sangat dia. Kecil pula kepala dia. Tapi nampak menarik. Ke kepala besar? Okay rasa ni okay ke? Okay, confirm.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Nak biohazard dengan radioaktif dekat. Hit ke cold. Kita go hit lah. Ke sejuk. Cool lah. Api lah. Cool lah, cool. Dia maintain dengan cool dengan Biomutant. Cepat. 10. Okay.
Choose your first style.
Menarik. Mana menarik? Ni ke... Ini menarik kan? Ni the original. Think we go with this one.
Pick your main color.
Apa? Pelik pula di hijau. Apa kita ambil warna asal dia lah.
Choose your detail color.
Pelik Putih je lah.
Pick a class.
Kelas. So ada 5 kelas. Deadeye,
Commando.
Commando. Do 10% more damage to target. Okay. Weapon dia
Psyfreak.
Psyfreak. Key energy regen increase by 20%. Sparkball. Okay.
Saboteur.
Oh, ni nampak menarik kak. Saboteur. Silver
Sentinel.
Sentinel. Okay. Your base armor increase.
Saboteur. Scythe Commando. Deadeye.
Deadeye nampak style apa.
Command Deadeye.
Deadeye lah. Deadeye nampak gepak. Nampak trailer dia pun karakter ni, so
Deadeye chosen.
So ini karakter kita. So, tanpa buang masa, let's go.
That'll work.
Okay.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight
By
of a
ANIQ.
story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
Okay.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
So kalau belah kiri, I'm a dark red as in strength and power. Belah kanan, color me light blue for freedom and loyalty. Mana yang menarik? Kiri dapat menarik sebab dia strength and power. So apa kata kita mulakan dengan baik dulu lah. Color me light blue for freedom and loyalty.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
That's right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously running red in our veins.
Okay, the point.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have responsibilities. You can't fight the truth.
Macam tu ya. So think like kot. Okay, let's go.
Right is always right.
Oh, yang apa tu? Oh. Oh, tidak. Oh. Oh, block tu. Okay.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Game ni agak cerah juga. Meat Eater main quest.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Takkan dia comel lah. Oh yo, tak tempat tengah pergi. Okay, dah roll. Oh yo. Oh, okay. Menarik. Eh. Okay. Oh lama kena hati. Oh. Okay, LB. Okay, nice. Abu EX. Allah, kena juga. Oh, AX. Oh, ini yang dalam trailer tu. Lama.
You better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Lari. Okay. Alamak. Oh, ini dah trailer tu. And korang kalau nak dapatkan game ni, rasanya boleh dapatkan di apa? Steam ataupun Epic Game lah. Macam aku beli dekat Epic Game. Ya. Yeah. Dekat Epic Game sebab dia senang nak bayar. Kalau dari Steam dia kena pakai.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Oh, kalau the Steam bayar dia payah sikit. Tu. Oh, tu okey.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began and the tree of life started to die.
Move forward toward the enemy, target them with melee attack. Recommend toward reach attack. Okay. Okay.
Shot.
Woo! Woo! Oh, dia panas. Keep attack. Yeah! Dia mati dah. Yeah! Itu yang kita mahukan. Jap. Setting. Game ni nampak macam cerah sangat. Setting pada Kan okay. Brightness 60 kita try 65. 2 lah. Okay. Sebelum kita jauh, kita save dulu. Okay, nice. Game ni main dekat PC, lupa nak beritahu. Oh, ni 4K. Jadi cerah sangat. Macam, ya Allah, cerahnya. Hei, macam dia diri atas. Oh, right. Oh. Nani? Ya. Comel je. Regen. Okay. Dia comel lah karakter.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Allah. Badai. Oh. Oh, lama. Okay, nice. Belah lah mayat. Okay, tembak je. Okay. Kita maukan. Yee. Oh. Oh, nak lari tekan tu. Oh no. Okay, selamat. Lupa boleh dodge. No. Woo. Belah. Oh. Oi, tak nampak. Tak guna.
That's going to leave a mark. Itchy trigger finger.
Okay. Marilah. Oh, go. Oh, lama.
You're fading.
Okay. Yeah. Energy regen. Nice. Tak ada. Bagilah, give me some item. Okay, ni nak tengok map. Oh, tadi ada key. Okay. No item.
A piece of work cut out for you.
Pergi. Bugil. Okay, future dia boleh tu. Narik belalang kita. Okay. Let's go. Explore the tunnel. No. Oh no. Whoa. Betul. Pantai. Oh. Pantai. Yeah. Oh, elak. Nice. Pantai. Yeah. Ada upgrade point eh. Level 2. Let's go. So kita ada point tadi. Mana point? Okay, character. Chris. What should I increase? Luck ke? Agility. Power. Melee damage. Vitality.
Been taking your vitamins?
Yeah. Rush combat plus combat. Game ni start semua dah main range je. Close dia agak slow, so kita naikkan range lah. Kan. PXRT. Okay. Ni. Oh, okay. Kita buat tu lah. Close range.
Look, an emergency box from the Wandsworth. A rare sight.
Runner.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Okay. Let's go. Comel lah karakter dia. Bunyi dia. Lompat. Woo.
Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Okay. Dua usaha ni. Cepat. Di mana jalan keluar?
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Oh, nice. Oh no. Lah. Control dia agak payah. Bantai.
The deep cut.
Oh no. Blah. Yeah, bantai.
That's sure to be useful.
Yeah, let's go. Scan.
It's in your grasp.
Tengok nyawa ni boleh tambah sendiri tak? Regen tak? Dia tadi kecil lah. Pintu nama tinggi dia.
Toxanol built vessels called arcs to save themselves from the impending doom. But Was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks travelled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Okay. Apa-apa barang boleh kutip ke kat sini? Ya. Tak ada. Puzzle. Okay.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Okay. Easy. Let's go. Benda ni dia
There are
boleh-
few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the
Macam-
surf just off the coast instead,
Dunia sekarang ni.
assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Oh, tu macam mana boleh jadi macam sekarang ni. Cerita balik. Okay, faham. Tapi tak ada orang ke?
The sound of spark
Pemilihan
metal
tangan
going
je.
pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go.
Easy puzzle. What the?
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Super effective. Ching!
Bantai. Tak nampak gini.
You can make something from that.
Bantai, let's go. Dah elak pun kena lagi. Mantap. Yay.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the
Nice.
wheeled one before backup arrives.
Kutip dulu sebelum kita cakap. Yeah, let's go. Ada lagi tak? Asal dia naik wheelchair tu? A new friend and an old friend.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Unity.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Okay, the flashback. Okay. Faham. So basically karakter kita ni main character lah kot. Rasanya a new friend. Oh yo, way back in long ago. Ni kita ke? So nampak lain macam. Kita lah kot. Ni before the Bio something terjadi. Cakap apa?
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here.
I hope I told her.
You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
Potato people, what?
The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
No. No, potato people is better. I don't believe magic. Siap. Okay.
You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Okay. Oh, game ni macam mana? Pada mula je memang teringin nak main tau. Lepas tu tengok siapa lah keluarkan The Rat Bread tau. So tengok dia main sikit, tengok macam wish tak boleh jadi ni. Menarik game ni kan? Macam nak beli ke kalau 100 lebih pun. Dekat Steam dah keluar lah, tapi dekat Epic macam tak gitu apa-apa. Tapi bila semalam check ada dekat Epic harga dia 120. So hari ni macam fikir beli lah. Alang-alang tak buat apa PKP ni. So ya ni lah game dia. Tak tahu nak ada kupon, boleh pakai kupon tu. Betul lah jadi 80 lah. So kalau korang teringin nak main, boleh beli kat Epic. Kalau korang ada kupon tu, sebab dapat murah. Tapi korang beli game lain. Dia buat apa ni? Kutip tu ke? Oh pukul. Dia cakap apa?
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone.
Binatang.
The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life.
What pensai? Yeah. Very good question.
The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Right.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed.
Creator game betul-betul
He's
malas.
grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
The Ainos Sulate Pensai. Merge the Nano with the tree. Faham. Karakter dia comel lah. Kecil je. Kan dia pakai baju je lagi. Interact. Oh. Pokok dia pun menarik.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes,
Tapi
you have
grafik
no reason
belakang
to
dia
doubt.
betul-betul malas tu. Dia buat bela je.
From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
Cakap ni lah. She only care about Wong Fu.
That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples
Wang Fu.
disciplined.
Okay. Okay, game dah faham kenapa karakter tu cakap macam tu. Dia ikut penyanyi tu, Elvis tu. What the hell? Tengok rambut dia. Ikut Elvis baik.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
Cakap okey sikit.
He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive.
Overdrive.
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majut, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
It's dead. Wait. Rude dead.
You're getting the hang of it.
Okay.
Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Comel dia. Dah keluar.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Okay. Faham. So ni baru introduction pasal game ni lah rasanya. Rasanya kan ada lagi. Kan betul, baru introduction. Kita jalan tu. Okay, kita split.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
Signpost.
Let's see.
Kencing. What the? What? Okay, you can fast travel. Sign first. Ya, faham. So kita baru main introduction pasal game ni. Mak, what the hell is that? Besar gila. What the?
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
Okay, that thing World Eater, faham. Dia macam
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
okay, kita ada. Let's go.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Okay.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Flash. Okay. Pison. Okay. You have reached a required dark or light enable.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
Okay, let me help. Let's go.
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
What?
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh.
Okay.
Such a little spark.
Take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
Berapa kali macam tu? 2 kali dah dipukul. Yes. That point. Unlock. Apa itu maksud dia? Biomutant menu sound power unlock. Okay. Power get kita.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important.
Macam mana dia keluar?
Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
Okay. Kita kena explore lagi
The
apa orang
Myriad's
nampak.
conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
Faham.
The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak.
Oof.
They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
To why?
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
Koibe o korfabe I kobe. Ifari kobo fan.
He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Luatulu maua. Tamuk gabamuk tab.
He can sense you share Myriad's view on the world. The Myriad would embrace someone willing to fight against the tyranny of the Jagni.
Udenuku nunyofubu. Luatulu maua.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Loma utulu ma. Yungo.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Hilang dah. Quest track. Dekat bagian dia Myriad.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
What the hell? So kita pergi belah ni lah. Let's go.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
Talk to the Jagni of Dragons. Sifu. Aim ni payah sikit lah. Yeay. Tak ada barang. Tak ada. So rasanya habis after
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
Okay. Tak cakap habis lagi. Dia dah potong dah. So after ni maybe kita habiskan part video ni lah. Kita sama video yang baru. Part 2 maybe. InsyaAllah.
That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
Oh ni tempat kencing tu. Kencing. Drag. What the hell?
Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance.
Patut pergi sana dulu ke? Just nak buat waypoint ke tak payah? Tak payah lagi lah. Kita buat je lah yang ni.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Figures the Sifu would be interested in seeing you.
Comel dia.
Sibi? Lappanen akin kannan. Keratna falo putut mustugai lavute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace.
Yo.
The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place.
Bloody
He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out of date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything.
Baik pada dia. I love it.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
What? What?
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor.
Gerau folo vasne habele, gine afirma gatado shubudo.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Dir vuru vusa hat.
Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Papa mo dir vuru vusa hat.
Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that will make you remember.
An alliance.
Labu.
You have things to do, places to go to.
Bawa pala misa.
Says you'll meet again.
Okay. So guys, kita habiskan video dekat sini dulu. Ui, itu kita punya tu. Jadi torchlight. So, kita habiskan video ni kat sini dulu. Thank you for watching. And peace.